And we're rolling! Hello everyone, welcome to Rollin with FD, and I'm FD. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. Still staying with collecting, but we're going to twist over to Marvel and look at comic books. G and I went to the Pasadena Comic Con, and we had a blast. So we wanted to record everything that we did that day and share it with you. And I've collected comics from my childhood and young adulthood. So we ventured out today to learn more about the hobby and what has happened since the last time I purchased my last comic book. And when I had my last comic books, there was no grading of comics at all, similar to when sports cards began to be graded. So in comics, I want to know more about the grading process. What leads to a particular grade of a comic? What are some of the things you can do to prep your comics before you send them in to be graded? And what leads a comic book to be priced at a certain price? Is it the storyline? Is it the introduction of a new character? What could it be? So you're going to see me today ask a lot of questions to understand more about collecting comic books. G and I have a lot of fun meeting new people, building relationships in the comic hobby. Again, it's no different than sports cards. It's meeting people, introducing yourself, learning more about them, and being a part of the community that you're in. Also, I want to say this. Don't miss the special reveal at the end. There's a piece of memorabilia from a Marvel movie that I have to show you. I've collected this for a while, and I want you to see just what it is. So we're not going to talk about this anymore. We're going to get to it. And it's time for the Pasadena Comic Con. Yeah! Who's rolling with FD? Who's rolling with FD?
I'm rolling with FD.
What? Who's rolling with FD?
I'm rolling with FD.
Talk to him. Wow, we're at the Pasadena Comic Con. Now, I've always wanted to go to a Comic Con. I've never made it to San Diego, so I'm super excited to be at my first one. Got G.I. Joe, man. The new American hero. G.I. Joe is there. G.I. Joe, American hero. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, sir?
Nice, thank you. Yourself, sir.
All right. It's kind of cool, man. We walk in, this place is very cool. When we enter, you can see comics, people dressed up. This is the legit event. Can't wait to get in here and see what's really going on. There's a big X-Men up there. Old versus new. The one for $250. I mean, we had that G.I. Joe.
If you want to see something closer, let me know.
Yes, sir. Now, this I can relate to. Autographed by Stan Lee, the Daredevil, the Fantastic Four. I remember all those growing up. Woo! Chuck E. Cheese in the house. What's up? Let's get you all in the video. Get in here. Go this way. This is nice, man. They got some expensive comics here. Come on. See that Spider-Man 2500? He's got bands all the way around. Some graded, some not. Carnage Part 1. This is how he used to draw Jane Jonah Jameson. Interesting. I heard these Ghost Riders are nice. Edition. Ours is beat up. That's nice. So I got a question for you.
Yes.
But when someone's starting in the hobby and they want to understand how to grade their comic books, if they are already slabbed or graded, how do they go about doing that?
You got to submit everything to the grading company.
But once you submit it and it comes back, how do I know what the grades are? Is there, no, I mean, not grades, I'm sorry, the price. Is there a...
That's tricky. You gotta go look at eBay to kind of see what the market is, what books sell for.
Okay, and then go off of that?
That, going rate, if there's a TV show or movie show coming up, something like that.
Okay.
And the scarcity and rarity of a book, it all factors in.
Because I collect a lot of sports cards, and we do the same thing. We look at eBay comps, most recent sold, determine the price according to the grade of the card or the grade of the comic book here.
Yeah,
sounds very similar.
Same principle. One thing that we have in comics is you got Netflix, you got Disney, you got Amazon, you have all of them with TV shows and then movies
that affects the prices, right?
So those push everything up, and then it brings casual fans in as well,
into it.
so that it just pushes everything
So like
up.
for a card, you may have a documentary on Jordan, Magic Johnson's coming up, Kobe's coming up, do the same thing.
Oh yeah, some of the Jordan stuff is something like that.
Yeah.
It was insane.
You have great stuff here, man.
Well, thank you, appreciate it.
Great stuff. Are you in LA?
I'm in Tempe, Arizona.
Okay. Very good, man.
Nice, easy drive.
Do you sell on the website or anything, or?
A little bit. Website's still under construction.
Understood.
Most of it is Instagram and Facebook.
Okay. All right, brother.
Good.
Nice talking to you.
Good talking to you guys.
All right, brother. So when I was in elementary school, everybody had this, man. Everybody had this. Every kid that came to school. I even had like an A-team. My brother and I had A-team and other stuff. So these must be holders for your action figures. Like this doesn't look, it's probably like a mock-up press. Interesting. Are you an artist?
I'm a writer, yeah.
You're a writer?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Steve Prince.
FD.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What titles?
So we do Monster Matador, which is about a matador who fights kaiju monsters.
Okay.
And this is our first mini-series, Monster Matador, Tangle of the Matadors.
Okay.
And it's drawn by Fabio Alves, who was nominated for a Ringo Award for his work on a book called Banjo.
Very good.
We've got a horror anthology from a bunch of indie creators called Nightmare Theater, and this was successfly kickstarted. They just did a sequel this year, and they're going to bring it back, I think in 2023 is the next one.
Is this signed by you?
Yeah, you got it.
Great autograph there. So if people watching, because we have a YouTube channel,
Awesome, yeah.
if people are watching and they want to get your books,
Yeah.
how do they go about doing it?
Just check out monstermatador.com. You can find me all over the internet. That's Monster Matador on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Monster Matador and monstermatador.com. Cool, man. Have a good show.
Pleasure meeting you. What's your name?
Russell, I'm only doing this, sorry.
FD?
You have the name on all the books. I made all these.
So are these more like novels?
Some of them are anthologies, comics, novels, written movies and TV too.
Very cool.
Non-fiction, the non-fiction books. This is fairy tales and dragons and mythology, Lovecraft, dark fantasy, and then like a lot of standalone books. Kind of go all over from dystopian to et cetera, other things.
All right. So if people out there want to get in contact with you to buy your book, what's the
Just
best
look
way?
up my name.
Okay.
Yeah, at russellmulkey.com, or look up any of the names of my books and they'll show up on my website. A lot of them are exclusively Kickstarter only because the series are still ongoing.
Okay.
I don't put them online until the series are done.
Understood.
But a bunch of my stuff is online, especially the comics. Mostly known for comics, so the comics are pretty prevalent everywhere. So I have audio dramas and other stuff.
All right. Thank you very much, Russell.
Yep.
Pleasure meeting you, brother.
You too.
What's your name?
I'm Stephanie.
All right, Stephanie. I'm FD. This is G.
Hi. My business is Stitchcraft and Wizardry. Today I just have the wizardry with me because didn't have room to bring all the fabric stuff.
Okay.
So I make all of these mugs and the water bottles, and that's
Very good. What's your website? Or how do they get in contact with you?
You can find me on Facebook, or you can email me because I am old and so I don't have a whole lot.
Understood. Understood. It's fine.
Yeah, I keep it real simple.
As long as you have a way for someone to get in contact with you, it's all
there you
good.
go. And I
Thank
do
you.
custom work, so somebody has a design they want. I'm more than delighted to work with them to come up with something they like.
You do great work here.
Thank you. I work really hard to make a product that I would enjoy buying. So I work really hard to make something that is great and well put together.
Very nice. So did you make a stencil and then go from there?
No, so this is vinyl.
Okay.
This is permanent vinyl that's cut on a vinyl cutter and then applied to the glass.
Very
So you can feel that it's on there. So as long as you hand wash and don't put them in the microwave or the dishwasher, it'll last forever.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
I've got everything from Dragon Ball to Studio Ghibli to Star Wars, and of course, if you play D&D, you do have to remember that chaotic stupid is not an alignment. Because thank you. You guys have a great day.
You have a good day. You gotta find a good value comic. Look at that Punisher, dude. We used to love the Punisher growing up. Very nice. These bring back a lot of memories. A lot of memories. You see this first Black Panther? Fantastic Four? First time anyone saw the Black Panther. You got some old school X-Men over there from the 60s. Very cool stuff, man. Got some nice stuff. This is when Peter Parker first got the suit, Secret Wars, and then that suit morphed and became something else. Like that's well read, right? The cover's almost coming off. Just a drawing on it. This is like Jack Kirby drawing. Just look at the comics here. X-Men, Master of Kung Fu, Mrs. Marvel, Conan, Spider-Man, Wolverine. This takes me back to my childhood.
Number 4?
Yeah.
2000.
2000?
Yeah.
Oh, nice book.
It
It is for Sandman.
Yeah.
I actually looked up the grader notes on that. That actually wouldn't be a bad one to take out, crack it, press it, resubmit it.
What do
I
you
think
think
that could come back about a 4.5, 5.0. It's definitely got a bunch of stuff that you could just press right out if you look at the grader notes.
Can I see that book?
Yeah.
And that's the cool thing about grading comics. They tell you, Brooke wrote about this great. Like he talked about, they have grader notes. And they tell you the color of the pages, which is kind of cool. Thank you, brother.
Do you wish further information on Silicon Valley?
Hell no, I want to know who you are and how you're listening in.
That's the voice of Knight Rider right there. William and I'm like a kid right now. And so this must be where everybody's signing autographs. Oh. Interesting. So we got the voice of Wonder Woman here. And over here we have John O'Hurley that was on Seinfeld.
That's a very nice jacket.
Oh, thanks.
Very soft. Huge button flaps, cargo pockets, drawstring waist, deep bi-swing vents in the back, perfect for jumping into a gondola.
How do you know all that?
That's my coat.
You mean?
Yes. I'm Jay Peterman.
Dance with the Stars did a bunch of stuff. X-Files. It's crazy being this close to those who are signing autographs. Because other events I go to, they're off in a certain area. You gotta go to that pavilion. This is really cool. Pasadena Comic Con. Woo! This is interesting, man. Let's go over here. How you doing, brother?
Guys, Cowabunga.
Cowabunga.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
This is cool, bro. There's autograph signings going on everywhere. So when we were really young, right? This is bringing back a lot of memories. My brother and I used to really watch Battlestar Galactica. And this gentleman played in the show. How y'all doing?
You got like some shady.
I remember watching him as a kid.
I just. To my dad and all his.
Oh yeah. Eddie and the Cruisers was about a rock group, and he was the lead singer of the group, and everything that went on with that group. Woo. I've asked a lot of questions today because I'm trying to learn, gather information, understand what's going on, and I have more questions to ask. Watch here when I understand more about the grading of comics and the preparation of all. See what's up here. We're talking about pressing comics. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up? How you guys?
I was talking to Cat over there. He told me to come over and talk to someone here about pressing comics. And
Oh yeah. Awesome.
Let's come around.
Yeah, come inside.
Comic to me like this, and then I will, in a sense, look at the comic and kind of let you know, hey, I can fix this, I can fix that. This is good. If it's a 9.8, it's worth $400. If it's a 9.6, worth $300. They would kind of go from there, And is it worth it for you to press and clean it? Is it worth it for you to work on it? So that.
So how does it work? Let's say you press clean. Do you give it back to me to submit, or do you have a submission service?
I can submit it for you if you like.
Okay.
If you have your own submission account, you want to do your own tracking, you can definitely just I can press it in the book for you, give it back to you, you send it out to the company. Or if you want, then I can send it out for you.
What's your turnaround time on pressing and cleaning?
Right now it's about 3 weeks.
Okay, that's reasonable.
Yeah.
How much do you usually charge per book? All depends on what you're doing.
Well, no. The way it breaks down, here's my form right here. So the basics, in a sense, will be from the value of $0 to $500.
For the comic itself?
For itself.
Okay.
So it'll be $10.
Okay.
And then it kind of goes up from there. If you bring me like a Hulk 181, then I charge a little bit more money because I got to be more delicate, more money, more stuff like that. But usually it's about $15 a book.
So when you send in, what's the normal turnaround time for it?
Right now, CGC is about 6 to 8 months. Easy. Easy. Even if you do fast track, all that good stuff.
So I'm coming from a world of collecting cards, like football cards, basically. It's like the same turnaround time.
So CBC has used a PSA for the verification, all that good stuff. So they kind of work hand in hand. So that they're slow and everybody's slow all together.
All right, brother.
Yeah,
I appreciate you, man,
no
breaking
worries.
it down.
Yeah.
I will be in contact with you.
All right.
Let
me get you a form here and a biz card, and you can go ahead and contact me.
All right, brother. Yo, you see this first Iron Man? Check this out. It's the first appearance of Iron Man. Boy, do they look good. Woo! It's an X-Men 1, man. First appearance of Wolverine. First appearance of the Punisher. Nice book, bro. What kind of deal you think?
Cash, card.
Huh?
$300.
Is it 300? Sounds good by me. I'm here with my man Oscar. Spider-Man 316.
Yeah, congratulations on the book. That was a beautiful book here. First Venom cover.
That's right.
All right, yeah.
I appreciate you, bro.
Well, thank you so much for the purchase.
Thank you,
Enjoy
man.
the book. Happy to be pleasant, and it's a newsstand.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you, man.
All right, and then when you ready to get those books pressed, let me know.
I'll be in contact with you.
Yeah, no worries. I appreciate the purchase, and you guys have a great day, man.
All right, brother. You have a good one. So, also, when I was young, Masters of the Universe was big, right?
By the power of Grayskull.
So we used to buy these all the time. But I wonder, oh, so these are remakes. Because I don't remember him looking exactly like that. These are remakes. But back in the day, bro, I used to not want to open the ones we got to play with. He was telling me over there, sir, that you have some vintage Masters of the Universe? These are cool. Yeah, baby. A lot of people out there. What is that? I don't remember that. You see this Blade, Punisher, Wolverine? The Moon Knight series is coming up. I saw something that sparked my eye. Had to go back and ask a question. Let's see what's up. Another question I have. I know comic books, the storyline, will someone introduce, things like that.
Yeah, first appearance.
In a book like this, what's the significance of this storyline?
Well, this whole, I haven't read the story arc, honestly, but this is the part one where he gets reintroduced, and the show's based off of this run.
Okay.
It's the Egyptians, all about the Egyptian and the mystic arts and stuff like that.
Okay.
That's why you saw the trailer, right?
Yeah.
And then the whole mummified, like the suit comes like a mummy. It's based on this story arc.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What price will you do on this?
I'll do 55.
55?
Yeah.
You got Venmo?
I don't. I have PayPal.
Let's look at PayPal.
Okay.
This was a great event. I got a lot of questions answered. G and I had fun. We walked around. We saw people dressed up. Saw stars from the past that I enjoyed watching growing up. I would recommend if a Comic Con is by you, go to one. If it's not by you, fly to one. This is nice.
I'm about to hit you with the recap.
I'm about to hit you with the recap.
About to hit you with the recap.
Welcome to the recap. Well, we're going to go through the comics that we purchased today. But before we get to that, there's a Sports Illustrated of Michael Jordan that I purchased in the early episode of Rollin with FD. This is a Sports Illustrated 8.5 CGC. But I just wanted to show what we talk about in cars as far as the population. Here is a circulation. The circulation of this Sports Illustrated, which is very similar to a population of a sports car, is a 6. So there are 6 copies of 8.5 CGC Sports Illustrated magazine of Michael Jordan Sportsman of the Year. And what makes this so great is that there is no address adhesive on the bottom of the magazine. But I'm just showing you this so we can think about population and circulation when we talk about the comics that we purchased at Pasadena Comic Con. So first up, we all know that the Moon Knight series is coming. So in this Avengers number 733, they kicked off the Moon Knight retelling of the story. And this is a CGC 9.2. So at a CGC 9.2, there's a circulation of 2 for this comic with 64 higher. This is real cool. And I really wanted to purchase this because it starts telling the Moon Knight story in Avengers that leads to the series itself that's coming out. And just look at the artwork. Kind of cool, huh? So last but not least, this is a special comic, at least in my collecting history. This is the Spider-Man number 316, newsstand edition. And the significance of this is the first cover that had the character Venom on it. Just check this out. So this book came out in June of 1989. I can remember the day I saw it in the comic book store for the first time. So the circulation on this is 625 and a grade of a 9.2 with 3,981 higher. So for me, it's a cool comic. It has Venom on the cover and it brings back a lot of memories because I remember walking in the comic book store and seeing this on the stand. So these are the 2 comics that we talked about today. There will be more times that we go out and look for comics, let you know what we find, tell you the story behind it. But before we leave today, again, I wanted to show you a piece of Marvel memorabilia that I collected a few years ago, and I want to show it to you now. This is real cool. So if the shirt doesn't give you a hint, some of these clips will.
Hey, Auntie.
Let's go.
This is a cast sign poster of Black Panther the movie from 2018, number 73 out of 100. We have Chadwick Boseman's signature where he inscribed Black Panther, also drew the face of Black Panther, and inscribed 42 for his role as Jackie Robinson. Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, Lupita Nyong'o as Nakia, Angela Bassett as Ramonda. Also on this poster is the great Stan Lee, Letitia Wright as Suri, the director Ryan Coogler, Andy Serkis as Ulysses Claw, Winston Duke as M'Baku, Forrest Whitaker as Zuri. Again, this poster is 73 out of 100. You can see the 73 on a certificate of authenticity matches the number of the sticker on the poster. That was a cool poster. It always gets me excited to see it. Black Panther is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe. Chadwick Boseman played a great role. Angela Bassett, I could go on and on and on. I get hyped every time I see the movie, and I remember seeing the movie 4 times when it was out at the theater. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the notifications button, because that allows us to bring you more and more content. And G and I want to show you more of what we see when we go out collecting. Thank you very much. This is FD and G, and we're on to more collecting. Peace!